Hello everybody, welcome to this video. What I'd like to talk about, this is in connection with my other videos, serious survival. I'd like to talk about the recent threat of our gun confiscation and gun bans that we've been hearing on the news and that's all over YouTube. I don't think that any of the other videos on YouTube and stuff are undermining the threat. I think that the threat's very, very serious and we need to take it serious. We have to understand and know our history and know that it is because of our Second Amendment rights is the reason why we're able to enforce the rest of our rights in relationship against a government of tyranny. So, if you look throughout the history of Europe, England, the people really don't have a voice there. When it comes right down to it, the government has the final say-so, and the government's not my daddy. And I don't think that the government is your daddy either. The government needs to be for the people, by the people, and for the people. So, when you look over to these other countries, you can see the tyranny. You can see that anytime that there's a civil unrest because the government's wanting to do something that the people don't feel is fair and is right for them, they protest. The cops come out with their rubber bullets, with their billy clubs, and tear gas, and that's how they deal with a peaceful protest. We can't have this shit anymore. It's the government here in America is totally chaotic. Neither the left side or the right side, they can't work together for the people. It's all about them, their wants, their needs, and their self-gratification. There's nothing there for the people. Now they're wanting to take our guns away, so we don't have any say-so and we can't control the power that they hold. This is not going to happen. Now the thing about it is this is my belief and view on the situation of the gun confiscation. I've really thought about it, and hopefully this will give you some food for thought for yourselves to think about. The thing about it is if people really realized how many gun owners, people who who owns firearms in this country, there are millions upon millions. Now the thing about it is there's a lot more people in this country that owns firearms than there are within the armed forces and within our local police force. So the thing about it is I think when it comes right down to it, the government's going to do everything they can, every propaganda, act that they can, form of propaganda to scare the public into giving up their firearms. I honestly believe that once we take a stand and we don't give up our firearms and we support one another, and we unify with our neighbors and, come up with a plan to defend yourself. I think that once they realize that it's not just going to be one household that's going to be pointing guns at them out in front of their house, it's going to be the people across the street and the people to their flanks, both front and rear flanks. When they're surrounded with guns pointing at them, I think that there's going to be a problem. I think that they're going to realize that this is not going to be a piece of cake like they assumed that it was, which it is a habitual practice for the government to underestimate the people of this country. So, I think that they're really going to try to, bluff us, but it's going to be a serious bluff. In other words, if they can confiscate our guns, they will. So, we can't let them do that. They don't have the resources to just come out there and rush everybody and take everybody's guns at once. They don't have the resources to put a Humvee on every single, intersection, and to police every single household and what having stuff in every single city and state within, town within the United States of America. Even if they have help from the Russians, the Chinese, or even, other UN allies. If we have foreign troops on our country trying to police us and take away our firearms, that's straight up civil law, bud. That's straight up revolutionary war. And, I'm just hoping that all you preppers and people with firearms out there and stuff really take your liberties very, very serious. Because, history repeats itself, and history reveals the truth of the nature of the people in power. It's going to get really, really nasty. It would be nice if we could be a society where we're having stuff that could live without threat of a government of tyranny. It would be really, really nice. It'd be nice to be a people, a society, a world where everybody respects everybody else's religious views and stuff. I mean, as long as the religion is not harming anybody, it doesn't make any difference if, a person wants to worship Satan, or if they want to worship the nature spirits, or they want to worship Christ in different religious beliefs, Buddha, whatever, Allah. It doesn't make any difference. If we was a society that could live together in peace and harmony, that would be totally awesome. That's what I would like to see. I think that's what everybody would like to see. But the thing about it is there's too many religious factions out there and stuff that have a huge political hand in the running of this world that likes to shove their religion down everybody else's throat. And, in the same way with the politics. So the thing about it is we are confronted with a lot of changes in this day and age, and we need to make a lot of changes in this day and age. However, giving up our guns is not one. Until the government of the United States of America and existing in other countries, until they learn how to behave themselves and understand their position, understand that they work for us, it's not the other way around, then they need to understand that, we're not going to be giving up our guns. If they do come and try to go from household to household or block off a section in a city, they're not going to be able to hit every single city and town in the United States of America. They just don't have the resources to do that, regardless of how much outside help they have. People aren't going to be notified through word of mouth. It doesn't make any difference how corrupt the media is. People are not going to put up with this shit. And, and I would, encourage you to defend your children's future with your life, the Constitution of the United States of America, because that is a future. That's what gives you the rights. That's the reason why we have it so good as we have it today. And if you're not willing to defend that, well then, you deserve what's coming. So, you deserve all your rights being taken away from you and stuff. Now, the one thing that, pastors and politicians have in common is the silver tongue. They always know the good things to say to put your heart and mind at ease. And, they know how to bluff you. They know how to, pull the wool over your eyes and just feed you a bunch of BS. So, just understand that, they shit in one hand and shake your hand with the other. So, and preach with the other one. So, here's the thing. Logic, if it's not based on truth, is not truth, but it's wonderfully logical. So understand that something can sound purely logical and rational, but it's not working. So therefore, it's not true. So, but anyway, stay strong. Keep your heart in the right place. This is going to be really, really tough. You probably think about it, and you probably look at your children, you look at your family, and, you know, you look at the sacrifices that you may have to take by giving up your life, your livelihood, in order to accomplish and retain the freedoms that we have, and to accomplish more. So only you can be real with yourself. Only you can decide whether or not you're ready to take on this endeavor. It's serious. It's really, really serious. And I hope that, you're all on the Patriot side. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. And I just want to let you know that, unfortunately, there's some, if they do go with a forcible gun ban, confiscation and stuff, there are going to be some victims out there that's going to file, the people who are going to fall victim to tyranny, going to have their guns confiscated and maybe even go to a FEMA camp, depending on how much resistance they give. If they just willingly give their guns, but if they give up a little crap and stuff, then obviously they're going to go to a FEMA camp. But if they willingly give up their guns, then they probably will escape that. But I'm hoping that if you give them any resistance, it's the right type of resistance. It's the resistance of a patriot. And it's going to be the resistance, of civil war. It's going to be real. No talking. Take your mark and take it. Take it. So, but anyway, I hope and pray that our government is not going to violate our constitutional rights and try to suspend the Second Amendment or hinder it in any way, because it is our rights. It's our God-given rights. And, the thing about it is they have no rights doing that. Our forefathers and stuff, that's the reason why we have the Second Amendment, is to protect ourselves from, a time of tyranny, a government that is wanting to enslave us and to strip us of our freedoms. So stay strong and, prepare, because it's going to happen. I hope and pray it doesn't. I hope and pray that they realize that they're going to be biting off more than they can chew, because we're going to kick their fucking ass. Excuse my French, but that's the way it is. That's how serious it is. They may, accomplish something on the first couple waves and stuff, but they can't get us all at once, and they can't even take out a fraction of us that they would like to, that would cause a great hindrance in regards to protecting ourselves against them. Don't let them tell you any other bullshit. They're going to try to convince you otherwise. They're going to try to convince you that, there's going to be able to come in and take them. There's not a damn thing. No one or nobody can stop them. That's a bunch of horse shit. We outnumber them. We outgun them. And, they're in for a big surprise, So all you people, all you preppers, and all you gun owners out there and stuff, get yourself prepared. Take this really, really serious. Finding the little tactical groups, nothing bad about it. I encourage you having stuff to communicate with your friends and neighbors, and really seriously talk about the situation, should it ever happen. Get their feelings on it, get their intake. And, if you come eye to eye and then prepare for it. Prepare a little tactical system on having stuff, should they come, if you're prepper and you're wanting to bug out, which I am, then, get all your stuff together and get ready, because it's going to be really, really soon. Thank you.